Okay, good morning everyone. Welcome to The Secrets, Criminology Made Easy. And today I will continue my discussion in Layer 1 or the Law Enforcement Administration and Organization, an interagency approach. And I will be discussing topic 2, which is important provisions of Republic Act 6975, Republic Act 8551, Republic Act 9708, and Republic Act 9263. Ngayong umaga po ay itutuloy po natin ito, and first I will be discuss the Republic Act 6975. Some provisions of Republic Act 6975, wherein there are some provisions of this law which are not yet amended by Republic Act 8551. So, Republic Act 6975 is an act establishing the Philippine National Police under the reorganized Department of Interior and Local Government and for other purposes. So this law is known as the Department of Interior and Local Government Act of 1990, or it is also known and called as the PNP Law of 1991. Okay. Now, this law was being implemented under the provision of Section 6, Article 16 of the 1987 Philippine Constitution. Ano ba ang sinasabi ng provision na ito ng ating saligang batas? Under this provision, ang sabi po ng ating saligang batas, the state shall establish and maintain one police force which shall be national in scope and civilian in character. So meron pong tatlong hinihingi dito ang batas para magkaroon ng isang police organization that is aligned sa ating saligang batas. Number 1, ang sabi po ng Constitution natin, there must be a one police force. Iisa lamang na organization na ang scope, ang trabaho ay patungkol sa police function. So that is number 1. Number 2, there must be a police force which shall be national in scope. And number 3, there must be a one police force which is civilian in character. Okay? So, one police force, national in scope, and civilian in character. Ano bang ibig sabihin pagka sinabi nating national in scope? It means that the PNP or the police organization must be a nationwide government organization, okay, whose jurisdiction covers the entire breadth of the Philippine archipelago. Meaning, hindi by local ang employment, hindi by local ang scope, meaning hindi ka lamang pulis ng Tarlac, hindi ka lamang pulis ng Pampanga, but your status being a police officer is throughout the country. Okay? And yung mga empleyado ng police organization ay they are considered as the national employee of the national government. So nung hinihingi yan ng batas ng ating Philippine Constitution, ang isa sa mga requirements kailangan national in scope. Okay? Ang ating police organization. Another is civilian in character. Meaning, pag sinabi natin civilian in character, that the police is not part of the military, although it retains some military attributes such as the discipline. So meaning, civilian in character means you are not connected, you are not part of the armed forces of the Philippines. Ikaw ay civilian, you are civilian in nature, you are civilian in character. So, dahil dyan, lumabas yan 1987, at yan yung hinihingi ng batas. So, since na yung ating old police organization, yung PCINP, Philippine Constabulary Integrated National Police, ay na-abolish na because there is a conflict between this provision of our Philippine Constitution at yung existing organization. Na-abolish ngayon yung existing organization, and in 1990, lumabas ang batas na ito, Republic Act 6975, in compliance with the provision of the 1987 Philippine Constitution. So now, what are some important provisions of Republic Act 6975 that were not amended by Republic Act 8551 and Republic Act 9263 and Republic Act 9708. So ang i-discuss lang po natin ngayon ay yung mga provision ng batas na ito, Republic Act 6975, na hindi pa pinalitan, hindi pa na-amend ng mga batas na nabanggit kanina. Ano-ano yung mga provision pa ng RA 6975 that were not amended by these laws. Okay? So, yan yung malalaman natin ngayong umagang ito. So, number one is the organization of the DILG. Ang sabi dito, the Department of Interior and Local Government shall consist of the following bureaus and offices. So, nung na-create ang RA 6975, ito yung mga bureaus under ng DILG. Number one is the National Police Commission, at yan ay makikita natin in Chapter 2, specifically in Section 13 to 22 of Republic Act 6975. Another is the Philippine National Police, the creation of the Philippine National Police under Chapter 3 of this law, specifically Section 23 to 52. And then the Bureau of Fire Protection, Chapter 4 of this law, specifically Sections 53 to 59. And the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, Chapter 5 of this law, specifically in Section 60 to 65. And of course, last is the Philippine Public Safety College, Chapter 6 of this law, specifically in Section 66 to 68. Now, take note, the enumerated bureaus and offices were maintained. Okay, hindi yan nabago. But the organization, the functions, and the qualifications of their members were partially amended by Republic Act 8551 and Republic Act 9263. Republic Act 8551 intended for the Philippine National Police, and Republic Act 9263 is intended for Bureau of Fire Protection and Bureau of Jail Management and Penology. Okay? So yan yung mga mapag-aaralan natin later on as we continue our discussion dito sa Layer 1 subject. Okay? Rank classification of members of PNP. We have two rank classification. Rank classification for police commission officers and rank classification for non-commission officers. So tingnan natin, ano ba yung mga rank classification ng PNP under Republic Act 6975. Although it was modified, it was replaced by the new rank classification, new name of rank classification in the PNP with the new law that was approved and signed by our President Rodrigo Duterte. So tingnan natin. First is the highest rank is the Director General. This is under Republic Act 6975. So the highest rank classification in the PNP is Police Director. It is a 4-star rank. Okay? And yung counterpart niyan sa military is general. So sa PNP is Director General and sa military is general. Okay? Later on, we will compare yung old name ng rank classification ng PNP doon sa bagong pangalan nito. So yung 3-star rank is second to the highest is the Police Deputy Director General. This is a 3-star rank, and yung kanyang counterpart sa military is Lieutenant General. Okay? And then followed by Police Director, and sa military is Major General, and then yung 1-star rank is the Police Chief Superintendent. Sa Armed Forces, sa kanilang military, sa Army is Brigadier General. Okay? And then we have Police Senior Superintendent. Ang counterpart niyan is Colonel. And then Police Superintendent. Ang counterpart niyan is Lieutenant Colonel. And then we have the Chief Inspector. Ang counterpart niyan is Major. And then Police Senior Inspector. Ang counterpart niyan is Police Captain. And yung pinakamababa sa commission officers ng PNP is Police Inspector, which is ang counterpart niyan sa Armed Forces, especially sa Army, is yung Lieutenant. First and second Lieutenant. Okay, pinag-merge at ito ay naging Police Inspector. Dito naman sa non-commission officer ng PNP, tingnan natin. Ang pinakamataas is Senior Police Officer 4. Sa Army is Master Sergeant. And then, Senior Police Officer 3. Sa military is Technical Sergeant. And then, SPO 2. Sa military is Staff Sergeant. Senior Police Officer 1 is Sergeant. Police Officer 3 is Corporal. And then Police Officer 2 is Private First Class. And then yung PO1 is Private. So yan yung comparison ng dalawa. With regards to the another bureaus like sa BFP and sa BGMP, papalitan mo lang ng police sa fire or police sa jail. Okay? Like for example, yung PO1 is naging JO1 or Fire O1. Okay? Yung police director is fire director. Yung fire yung police chief superintendent sa kanila is fire chief superintendent or jail superintendent, chief superintendent. So sa BGMP and sa Bureau of Fire Protection, the highest rank is only fire director or jail director. Okay? Wala silang 3-star rank, wala silang 4-star rank. Ang highest rank na nila is only 2-star rank. Okay? Next, tingnan naman natin kung ano yung bagong rank classification ng Philippine National Police. By the way, wala pang changes in military. There is still no changes in Bureau of Fire Protection and even in Bureau of Jail Management and Criminology. Sa PNP lamang nagkaroon ng changes concerning their rank classification. So tingnan natin. According to under Republic Act number 11-200, okay, yan yung bagong batas na nagpalit. It is an act providing for the rank classification in the Philippine National Police, amending for the purpose Section 28 of Republic Act number 6975. Section 28 deals with the rank classification of the Philippine National Police. Now, na meron ng batas, so yung provision nito, Section 28 of Republic Act 6975, ay hindi na rin yan applicable. Why? Because there is a new law, okay, concerning the rank classification of the PNP. Now, tingnan natin. Otherwise known as the Department of Interior and Local Government, the following are the new rank classification in the Philippine National Police. So tingnan natin. From Police Director General, it was replaced to Police General. So yan na yun, ha? Itinulad na doon sa rank classification ng military, specifically in the Army. Okay? So, kung sa Armed Forces is Police General. Now, ay general sa kanila. Now, sa Pilipinas, sa ating PNP, ang tawag na rin sa highest rank natin is Police General. And then, from Deputy Director General, ito po ay pinalitan ng Police Lieutenant General. From Police Director, it was replaced to Police Major General. Okay, kaparehas na yan sa Army. And then from Chief Superintendent ay naging Police Brigadier General. From Senior Superintendent, naging Police Colonel. From Senior Superintendent, and then from Superintendent, naging Lieutenant Colonel. From Chief Inspector, naging Police Major. And then from Senior Inspector to Police Captain, from Inspector to Police Lieutenant. Okay, so ganyan lang siya kadali para pareho na. And then, so that is under RA 11-200. Yan yung batas na nagpalit ng bagong pangalan ng rank classification ng Philippine National Police. Now, tingnan naman natin. Ito yung mga commission officers ng organization. Now, tingnan natin yung sa non-commission officers. So, from SPO 4, Senior Police Officer 4, ito ay naging Police Executive Master Sergeant. From SPO 3, naging Police Chief Master Sergeant. From SPO2, naging Police Senior Master Sergeant, and from SPO1, naging Police Master Sergeant. And then, pababa ng pababayan, Police Staff Sergeant, Police Corporal, and Patrolman, Patrolwoman for Patrol Officer 1. So, graduates of the PNPA, Philippine National Police Academy, ito yung counterpart ng Philippine Military Academy ng Armed Forces. So sa PNP at sa jail, sa fire, ang counterpart niyan is the Philippine National Police Academy. And ang sabi sa batas, graduates of the PNPA shall be automatically appointed to the initial rank of inspector sa old law or police lieutenant. Yan yung bagong pangalan. Cadets of PNPA, on the other hand, have the rank higher than senior police officer or police executive master sergeant but lower than the police lieutenant. So yan yung status nila pagka hindi ka pa nag-graduate sa PNPA from first year to fourth year, ang status mo is nasa middle ng police lieutenant and ng police executive master sergeant. Upon graduation, graduate ka na, your initial rank will be inspector or police lieutenant. Okay? Next. Another thing na dapat nating tandaan, before the effectivity of Republic Act 6975, that is before 1990 or 1991, the highest in rank in the police force was given the rank of Police Brigadier General, and the lowest rank was patrolman or patrolwoman. Walang 4-star rank, walang 3-star rank, walang 2-star ranks. So the highest rank in the police organization, specifically in PCINP, is only Brigadier General or 1-star rank. It must be stressed further that before the effectivity of Republic Act 6975, the highest rank in the BFP was given the rank of Fire Brigadier General and the lowest rank was Fireman. So under Section 3, Presidential Decree 1184. But in 1990, when this law was created, Republic Act 6975, and it was implemented in 1991, the PNP now has the rank of 4-star. And yung BFP ay 2-star rank yung kanilang highest. Now, function and powers of PNP. Tingnan natin. Under RA 6975, okay, wala pa tayong ibang babanggitin na batas. Our focus, concentration is only Republic Act 6975, and then the next discussion is Republic Act 8551. Now, one of the powers and functions of PNP is this: enforce all laws and ordinances relative to the protections of lives and properties. So yan yung pinakatrabaho. Secondly, maintain peace and order and take all necessary steps to ensure public safety. So dyan lang sila umiikot. More on internal ang kanilang trabaho. Pag sinabi natin internal, more on community. Peace and order within the community, within the society. Next is investigate and prevent crimes, effect the arrest, apprehension of criminal offenders, bring offenders to justice, and assist in their prosecution. If you still remember yung 6 main activities of police organization, nakapaloob yan dito. Prevention of crimes, apprehension of criminals, suppressions or repressions of criminals, search and seizures, maintaining peace and order. So lahat ng yan ay nandito yan sa powers and function ng Philippine National Police under Republic Act 6975. Now, number 4, exercise the general powers to make arrests, search and seizure in accordance with the constitutions and pertinent laws, detain an arrested person for a period not beyond what is prescribed by law, that is 12, 18, and 36 hours, informing the person so detained of all his rights under the Philippine Constitution, and that is the Miranda rights. Okay? The doctrine of Miranda rights. Now, number 6 is issue licenses for the possession of firearms and explosive in accordance with the law, and supervise and control the trainings and operations of security agencies, issue license to operate security agencies and to security guards and private detectives for the purpose of their professions. So sila lahat, mapabarel, mapa-security agency, even security guard, private detectives, ang nagre-release ng mga permit licenses nila ay walang iba kundi ang ating kapulisan under Republic Act 6975. Hanggang ngayon, yan ay hindi pa rin napalitan at yan ay existing pa rin, yan ay trabaho pa rin ng ating police organization. Now, ano pa? Other functions of PNP under NAPOLCOM directions and memorandum. So, tingnan natin to immediately undertake an all-out campaign to stop and eradicate wetting and other illegal gambling activities. So, trabaho pala nila yan under NAPOLCOM Memorandum Circular Number 2002-005. The PNP was mandated by the government to have an all-out campaign to stop and eradicate wetting. Okay? Hindi yung kukuha ng porsyento sa wetting, but their mandate is to stop and to prevent, eradicate wetting operation in the country. Okay? So, meron silang order na ganyan. Number 2, to undertake and intensify an unrelenting campaign against carnapping. Okay, against carnapping. That's why andyan ang Highway Patrol Group and other units of the organization to comply with this mandate, with this function, and that is under NAPOLCOM Memorandum Order 2003-006. Okay? Next, another function under NAPOLCOM Direction and Memorandum to undertake an intensified and continuous campaign against kidnapping. Okay. So hindi sila yung promotor para mag-extort, mag-kidnap, mag-abduct ng tao. But their mandate is for them to prevent kidnapping in the country. That is under NAPOLCOM Memorandum Circular Number 2003-008. Okay? Another, to undertake an intensified and continuous campaign against drugs. Ano daw? Drugs. So, trabaho pala nila yan. Noon pa man yan, that is 2003-006 NAPOLCOM Memorandum Circular Number. Ang trabaho nila is pigilan ang pagdami ng drugs. But andyan na ang PIDEA, with the help of PIDEA ngayon, ay nagtutulungan sila para totally maalis, matanggal ang droga dito sa ating bansa. That's why pagkaupo ni Duterte ay nilaunch niya agad yung kanyang program, yung Oplan double barrel, okay? Mga high profile, yung isang barrel, and Oplan tokhang naman yung nasa baba. So lahat ay sakop, yung mga influential people, matataas ang position sa government, sa may mga kaya, mga nasa upper class status ng kanilang living, down to the lowest class, ay sakop ng programang double barrel ni President Duterte. At ang pinaka frontliner na organization or agency is the Philippine National Police with the help of the PIDEA. Okay? So yan yung So dito pa lamang meron na. Okay? They are mandated to undertake an intensified and continuous campaign against drugs. Okay. Tuloy natin. Another is to conduct a relentless and an all-out campaign against co-members of PNP who are engaged in illegal activities, especially those involved in cotton or hoolied up operations. NAPOLCOM Memorandum Circular Number 2004-2004-007. Buti na lang. And I believe hanggang ngayon ay nagpapatuloy yan. May mga internal cleansing sila, yung may mga nadadamay sa kaso ay nasususpended, naaalis, nateterminate, at nawawala sa serbisyo ng kapulisan. Why? Para maging maayos ang kanilang organization. But here, noon pa man ay meron ng order ang NAPOLCOM para sa kanila. Now, ano pa? Organization of officers and the different offices of the PNP. Tingnan naman natin, ano-ano ba yung iba't ibang offices and organization of officers ng Philippine National Police under Republic Act 6975. Okay, tingnan natin. First is First Officer in Command, at yan ay si Chief PNP Chief, with the rank of Police General or Director General. Okay, isa lamang ang merong 4-star rank, and that is the rank of Director General. Okay, and then ang sabi dito, the PNP Chief is appointed by the President, President of the Philippines, okay? From among the senior officers down to the rank of Police Brigadier General. So, mamimili ang President from Lieutenant General down to Police Brigadier General, okay? Subject to confirmation by the Commission on Appointments to serve a term of office not to exceed 4 years. Sir, may nangyayari bang ganyan? Na from Lieutenant General to Brigadier General, before is from Deputy Director General to Chief Superintendent, mayroong possibility ba na ang i-appoint ng Presidente ay manggagaling doon sa rank na Chief Superintendent or Police Brigadier General at mababiolate yung principle ng next in rank rule? The answer is yes. Nung time ni President Duterte and ni Senator De La Rosa, si former Chief PNP De La Rosa, Bato De La Rosa, was then a Chief Superintendent. Okay? 1-star rank lang siya nun. At meron siyang mga superior officer, mas higher rank sa kanya. And yet, when President Duterte appointed a Chief PNP, he selected Senator Bato De La Rosa to become his PNP chief. Okay? So, pwede pala na ma-violate yun. So, nalampasan niya yung mga mas senior sa kanya at siya ang nag-head sa Philippine National Police. 1-star rank lang siya. Meron pa si Bartolome, okay? Yung taga-Tarlac na 2-star rank naman siya, nakalimutan ko yung pangalan. 2-star rank siya nung inappoint naman siya ni President Benigno Aquino to become a PNP chief. Okay, from 2-star rank ay naging 4-star rank, naging chief PNP. Okay, so pwede yun. Because ang sabi sa batas ay mamimili ang Chief Executive, which is the President, na maging Director General or PNP Chief from Lieutenant General to Brigadier General. And of course, subject to confirmation by the Commission on Appointment to serve a term of office not to exceed 4 years. With an exemption. Sabi nga natin, in every rule, there is an exemption. Ano yung exemption? In times of war or other emergency, national emergency declared by the Congress, the President may extend such term or office. Take note of the word may. It is upon the discretion of the President. Okay? Pwedeng i-extend, pwedeng hindi. Hindi siya concrete. Okay. Next. Second in command is the Deputy Chief for Administration. So, from Chief PNP to Deputy Chief for Administration. And he is considered as the second officer in command. With a rank, of course, of Police Lieutenant General, or yung dating niyang rank is Deputy Director General. Thirdly, is the third officer in command is the Deputy Chief for Operation. Okay? Third in command. But, yung kanilang rank is the same, Deputy Director General. Yung Deputy Chief for Administration, Deputy Chief for Operation, hindi yan rank, position yan. Okay? Position. Although, magkaiba ang kanilang position, but ang kanilang rank is the same. Police Lieutenant General or Deputy Director General. Okay? Ano ang position? Deputy Chief for Administration, that is the second in command. Ano ang position? Deputy Chief for Operation, third in command. Ano ang rank nila? Police Lieutenant General or Deputy Director General. 3-star rank. Okay? Next. Another office is the Office of the Directorial Staff. Yan yung office within the National Office of the Philippine National Police. Okay? Ano itong Office of the Directorial Staff? Okay? It was headed by the Chief. Again, what is the position? Chief. Directorial Staff Chief. Okay? With the rank of Police Lieutenant General. So itong tatlong ito, second in command, Deputy Chief for Administration. Third in command, Deputy Chief for Operation. And the Chief of the Directorial Staff. Itong tatlong ito ay merong pare-parehong rangko. 3-star rank. And that is Police Lieutenant General or Deputy Director General. Okay? So pare-parehas lang yung rank. Magkakaiba lang yung kanilang position. Now, ito yung mga unit na sinusupervise ng Chief of the Directorial Staff. Okay. Tingnan natin. Number 1, Directorate for Personnel and Record Management. Okay. So, anong trabaho niyan? Pagdating sa mga documents ng mga kapulisan, sila yung nagmo-monitor kung promotable ka na or hindi. Okay. At sa kanila ka kukuha ng mga documents na kailangan mo. Okay? DPRM ang tawag dyan. Directorate for Personnel and Record Management. One of the most influential unit in the organization. Okay? Next. Another is Directorate for Intelligence. Alam na natin yan. Directorate for Operations. Directorate for Integrated Police Operations. Directorate for Logistics sa mga gamit, Directorate for Plans, Directorate for Controllership. Again, isa rin yan sa pinaka-ma-influential, one of the most powerful position in the organization. It involves money, of course. Directorate for Police Community Relation, Directorate for Investigation and Detection Management, Directorate for Human Resource and Doctrines Development. Another most powerful, one of the most powerful position in the organization. 11, Directorate for Research and Development, Directorate for Information Communication Technology Development. Now, look at this. The Office of the Various Staff Division, ito yon, itong 12, Directorate for Research, Directorate for Information, will be headed by directors. Directors. So, ano ang position nila? Directors. Okay? Ano yung position ng head ng Directorial Staff? Chief. Ano ang position ng head ng Directorate for Research? Director. With the rank of Police Major General or Police Director. Kung ikaw naging head ng Directorate for Research, ang rank mo ay nasa 2-star rank. Okay? Or ang pangalan ng rank mo is Police Major General or Police Director. Okay? So, clear yan, ha? And then, the offices of the administrative support units and the operational support units. Tingnan natin, ano-ano yung mga offices, units under the administrative support units. Number 1, training services, engineering service, headquarters, legal service, chaplain, logistic support, information technology management service, finance, health, and communication and electronic services. So ito yung mga services under the administrative support unit. Ang head ng mga services na ito, units na ito, ang tawag is director. Okay, director. but yung kanilang rank is Police Brigadier General. Ano ang tawag doon sa head ng mga directorial staff units ng PNP? Anong tawag sa head? Director. Ano ang rank? Major General. Dito naman sa administrative support units, ano ang tawag sa head? Director. Ano ang rank? Police Brigadier General. Mas mababa ng isang ranko. Okay? Ganon din sa operational support unit. Okay? Aviation, Security Group, Highway Patrol Group, Police, Community Relations, Civil Security, Crime Lab, Special Action Group, Criminal Investigation and Detection Group, CIDG, and then Intelligence Group, Maritime Group. Okay, so yan yung mga operational support units natin, headed by the director of this unit with the rank of Chief Superintendent or Police Brigadier General. Okay, next. Another is the National Capital Region Police Office, NCRPO, headed by NCRPO Chief with the rank of Police Major General or Police Director. 2-star rank. Okay. And then number 4 is sa mga regional offices like sa Region 1, Region 2, Region 3. In Region 3, we have this Camp Olivas, yung regional office ng Philippine National Police. And regional offices will be headed by a regional director with the rank of Police Brigadier General or Chief Superintendent. Under yan ng Republic Act 6975. And then sa mga provinces naman, headed by Provincial Director with the rank of Police Colonel or Police Senior Superintendent. I think magpapalit ng Provincial Director dito sa Pilipinas. Hindi ko lang alam kung nagpalit na or magpapalit pa lamang. And then number 6 is city or municipal offices headed by a Chief of Police, position Chief of Police with a rank ranging from Police Lieutenant, depende sa class level ng city or municipality, but ranging from Police Lieutenant Colonel down to Police Major. Meron pa nga nagiging Police Colonel or Senior Superintendent sa Tarlac. I think ang Tarlac City, ang nagiging Chief of Police is Police Superintendent, full-fledged Colonel. So, depende yan sa status, category ng city or ng municipality. Okay? So, ito yung mga organizational chart ng Philippine National Police. Now, what are the manner of appointment of the officers and members of the Philippine National Police? Paano? Sino ang nag-a-assign? Sino ang nag-a-appoint, nagpo-promote sa mga members ng Philippine National Police? Tingnan natin. From patrolman, patrolwoman, to Police Executive Master Sergeant. So from PO1 before to SPO4. This is a non-commissioned officers. Okay, hindi ito mga opisyal. So, ang sabi sa batas, under Republic Act 6975, they will be appointed by the regional director for regional personnel. Pero kung ikaw ay nasa central, like for example, ikaw ay naka-assign sa Krame, okay, they will be promoted or appointed by the Chief PNP if yung isang police ay nasa national headquarters. Kung siya ay nasa Krame, But kung nasa mga region lang yan, it is the regional director. And of course, subject to the endorsement by the NAPOLCOM and attestation by the Civil Service Commission. Okay? And then from police lieutenant or dati ay police inspector to police lieutenant colonel or dati ay police superintendent. So from police lieutenant to police lieutenant colonel or from police inspector to police superintendent. Inaano ko lang kasi nasa transition, kailangan malaman yung old at saka yung new. Now, sabi dito, they will be appointed, promoted by the chief PNP as recommended by their immediate superiors, subject to endorsement by the NAPOLCOM and Bank and attestation by the Civil Service Commission. Okay, so yan yung way kung paano sila, yung flow ng kanilang promotion. Next, take note, the PNP is prohibited from issuing special orders for appointment and promotion before attestation thereof by the Civil Service Commission. Hanggat wala yung attestation, confirmation, yung approval ng civil service ay hindi sila pwedeng maglabas. No, ikaw promoted ka na. Ito yung list. No, hindi ganon. And that any special order issued in connection therewith must conform with the effectivity dates of such appointments or promotion. That is NAPOLCOM Memorandum Circular Number 2001-007. Okay? Next. From police colonel, ito yung mga senior officers. Kasi yung commission officers from inspector to police general, nahahati rin yan sa dalawa, junior officers, senior officers. Junior officers from police lieutenant to police lieutenant colonel, and then senior officers is from police colonel to police general. Okay, so dito naman, from police colonel to police lieutenant general, appointed, promoted by the president upon recommendation of the chief PNP and of the NAPOLCOM and Bank. So hindi lamang pala Supreme Court ang merong NBank, hindi lamang ang Commission on Election, but even ang NAPOLCOM with proper endorsement by the chairman of the Civil Service Commission and subject to confirmation by the Commission on Appointment. So haharap na sila sa Commission on Appointment. Ito ay manggagaling sa ilan sa mga representative from the House of Representatives, lower chamber, and some members of the Senate. Okay, so mag-join sila at sila yung mag-co-confirm ng appointment ng mga ito. Sir, paano kung hindi sila na-confirm, na-deny? They will be given another chance. But after the second attempt at nag-fail pa rin, so wala na, hindi na pwede yun. Okay? So ganun lang siya. And then, Police General, of course, appointed by the President from among the senior officers down to the rank of Police Brigadier General upon the recommendation or endorsement of the NAPOLCOM and Bank and subject to the confirmation of the Commission on Appointment. Okay? Sir, meron bang possibility na hindi ka ma-appoint? Yes. Ma-confirm? Yes. Even nga sa mga cabinet members ng presidente ay hindi may mga chance na hindi ka i-confirm ng Commission on Appointment. Just like what happened doon sa kay Gina Lopez. Although namatay na yon, but she was failed to be confirmed by the Commission on Appointment. So, twice yun. Pagkatapos ng pangalawa, ay hindi na siya pwedeng maging secretary ng DNR. Okay? Kaya pinalit si Mato. Okay? Okay. By the way, NBank means in the presence of all members of the commission. So, endorsement of the NAPOLCOM NBank means that it was endorsed by the chairman, one ex-officio members, and the 4 regular members of the commission. So anyway, i-discuss natin yung DILG, yung mismong organization ng DILG later on sa mga susunod na discussion natin. Okay? So, ang gusto ko lang dito i-emphasize, when we say NBank, it means in the presence of all members of the commission. Dapat lahat. Ganon din sa Supreme Court NBank, dapat lahat ng mga associate justices and even ang Chief Justice ay present. Okay? At nag-agree, nagkaroon ng votation. Okay? So, yan yung natin. NBank. Ito yung mga previous PNP chief at yung kanilang naging advocacies. And of course, ang naunang naging Director General or PNP Chief ay walang iba kundi si Cesar P. Nazareno from 1990 to 1992. So 1990 is the creation of Republic Act 6975, creation of the Philippine National Police, and it is Cesar P. Nazareno who was first appointed as the chief of the organization. Ang kanyang advocacy is a sterling example. Nasa transition yan, nasira ang mga tao, kapulisan, during the time of PCINP. So ang kanyang advocacy is they must be example sa community. Okay? And then followed by Roel S. Imperial, focusing on result areas. He became Director General on 1992 and it was ended on 1993. Third PNP Chief is Humberto A. Rodriguez from 1993 to 1994. Napakabilis ng transition. And his advocacy is restoring the trust of the public. Can you just imagine for how many years na ang gusto nila ay maibalik ang tiwala ng tao, community sa organization. Why? Kasi nasira before. Nagkaroon ng abuse. Nagkaroon ng mga members ng kapulisan na sumira sa imahe ng organization. Now, his advocacy is to restore the trust of the public. Okay? Fourthly, we have Ricaredo Sarmiento from 1994 to 1997, re-engineering the PNP. Reorganization, meaning inaayos internal restoration or internal renovation, re-engineering ng organization. Of course, fifth is Santiago L. Alino from 1997 to 1998, raising the level of command efficiency. And then Roberto T. Lastimoso from 1998 to 1999 is strategizing dreams. And then followed by La Rosa, 1999, back to basics of leadership. And then our Senator Panfilo M. Lacson during the time of Joseph Ejercito Estrada, 1999 to 2001. What is wrong shall be set right. At siya rin ang origin ng movement para mawala at mabawasan yung taba, yung laki ng kapulisan. So there are certain waistline na isinet, weight na isinet para ikaw ay hindi maalis sa kapulisan. So discipline ang emphasis ng kanyang advocacy. And then Leandro R. Mendoza, A Time for Change. And then Hermogenes Ebdane, One PNP at Work from 2002 to 2004. And then Aglipay, PNP Care, Arturo Lumibaw, Building Stronger Police Station. And then we have Calderon, Decent Housing for Police Personnel. And then Abilino Rason, Mamang Police and Aling Police. Kaya nagkaroon ng massive recruitment sa mga kababaihan because of his advocacy. And then Sir Bersosa, Tamang Bihis ng Pulis. Pagiging snappy, Roel Bacalso, Serbisyong Tapat, Pagbabagong Sapat. And then we have Nicanor A. Bartolome, our very own dito sa Tarlac from Hirona, from 2011 to 2012, Serbisyong May Pagkukusa. And then Alan Purisima, at yung kanyang advocacy at yung kanyang pinopropose before ay medyo naapektuhan ang profession ng mga criminology. Dahil ang sabi niya before, ang mga graduate ng criminology ay pang-crime laboratory lamang. Okay, so meaning sa mga ordinary recruitment, sa mga quota, kung walang recruitment ang crime lab ay hindi prioritize ang mga criminology graduates. Nakakalungkot, no? Kaya hindi siya nagtagal, nagkaroon siya ng napakalaking issue. Now, under RA 6975 also is the creation of the Philippine Public Safety College, and there is still no law for the amendments of some provisions of 6975 intended for Public Safety College. Okay, so ano ba trabaho nito, PPSC? It is the premier educational institution for the training, human resource development, and continuing education of all personnel of the PNP, BFP, and BGMP. So ito yung kanyang mga units: Philippine National Police Academy, National Police College, ito yung sa mga training, schooling sa mga officers, Police National Training Centers, ito yung mga nasa sa mga regional training center, sa Magalang, sa mga forensic sciences, sa crime lab, jail, National Training Institute, and fire service training center. So more on schoolings, trainings, educational system ang hawak, ang mandate ng Philippine Public Safety Colleges. So ayan yung trabaho: formulate and implement training programs for the personnel of the department, establish and maintain adequate physical training facilities, research, support educational training programs, training needs of all its clientele, and perform such other related functions. Okay? So yung provision under RA 6975 for Bureau of Jail, Bureau of Fire, NAPOLCOM, ano pa? at iba ay na-amend yan at nagkaroon ng mga panibagong batas. So yan po yung itutuloy natin sa next discussion. Next discussion will be Republic Act 8551, Part 1 and Part 2 of that law. Okay? So thank you very much. God bless. I hope na naging malinaw ito sa simpleng discussion natin ay naintindihan ninyo ang ating mga naging discussion. So again, thank you and see you again sa ating next discussion.